Yo, here we go, YouTube. Appreciate you. Thank you for helping your boy out. Uh, we got a doozy today. We're going to continue with the preparation of the shows. So, therefore, we got a preseason game today. Let me break down more of the segments and how we'll be doing this. So, the easiest thing to tell you is hey, we're going to do three segments. One's about attractions, one's about restaurants, and the third one's about the game. What we're going to do this time is first segment is going to be about Toronto. Hopefully, you can help me get a general idea. The second one's going to be about food. We'll talk about how the segments will happen in the season. And then the third one is going to be about the game tonight. And then, of course, my pick that I gave you guys so that y'all can make some money off of me by giving me suggestions. So here we go. Let's start off with Toronto. So the first thing I want to talk about as far as Toronto is the weather, right? I'm in Kansas City. We always do these trips in April. We're going to be in Toronto in April. I'm reading stuff that said like 7 degrees to like 20. I don't get it. I don't get it. Then I found out it was Celsius. Y'all got to help your boy out, okay? Like I do Fahrenheit, okay? And it says it's mushy. It says it's rainy. It says it snows sometimes. We the first week of April. I need to know. You let me know what's it like the first week of April. Now again, remember I play. I'm hoping I'm talking to people in Toronto or been to Toronto. Now, if you haven't been in Toronto in April, okay, I got it. Just tell me what you think. Please don't Google it and tell me what Google says. That's what I did. That's me. I don't need you to do what I did. I need some locals. I need some people to really tell me what's going on up there. So how about this? You probably can't tell me that week because that's weather patterns are different, global warming, all that stuff. But what am I wearing? Like, do I got on a parka? Do I got a light jacket on? Do I need to make sure I got jeans every day? Can I get away with some shorts on maybe one day? Can I pack shorts for the just in case? Because sometimes it's warm there, or is it never warm the first week of April? Matter of fact, just think the week of Easter. Have you ever wore shorts on Easter? And you're from Toronto? Let me know. Please drop that in the comments. I need to know. Don't nobody want to wear jeans and a hoodie every single day. I mean, unless that's what it calls for, then yeah, I'll do what I got to do. So, as far as the weather, if it's mushy, if it's nasty, those are the type of things I'm shooting for, and just trying to get some of that information. I saw an Easter parade. Didn't look too cold. I saw some people not wearing coats, a couple people with coats. So I figure it's one of those. If you run warm, you run cold, or something like that. But honestly, flashback. We went to Indianapolis, went to see the Pacers. And my kids told them, hey, pack up, make sure you get a jacket. They was like, weather looks good, blah, blah, blah. Man, we got there. The wind is colder than you think in Indianapolis, okay? And then what we got to do? We got to go to the store. I think we spent like a buck 20. And I was just trying to get any jacket. I spent $120 each. Each? I think it was each. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I spent money that I didn't need to spend because we had jackets that could have came and they didn't come because well, dad's crazy. Whatever. You know what? Let's just get off of that. Back to Toronto. So tell me about the weather, especially the beginning of April. Um, if you get, if you remember a snowstorm in April, sure. Which segues into the next thing about Toronto, which is the driving. So we're driving there because we wanted to bring our gorgeous little 80-pound dog that I'm pretty sure we'll never see this video, but just in case he's listening, I love him. But anyway, um, we're bringing him, and you can't put him on a plane, so we drive it, right? Is it easy to drive in Toronto? Is Toronto like America, or when I'm driving down the streets, is it going to tell me the speed in kilometers? Like, does it say miles per hour? Does it say kilometers? Does it have both? That'd be great. That'd be great. Oh man, that'd be nice. Um, I'm pretty sure you drive on the right side of the road, but hey, if there's some spots where you drive on the left, let me know. Oh my goodness, something's in my eye. But yeah, if it's something on the right side of the road, I mean, if you got to drive on the left side of the road, just let me know. Um, And then like I'm assuming traffic lights the same, red, yellow, green. Do the streets when you pull up to the light and you read the name of the street, that's the streets going this way, not this way. right? I'm just trying to find out about, Canada. Of course, I've never driven in Canada. Actually, I don't even think I've ever been to Canada, but that ain't the point. Point is the driving similar? Like anybody Canadian, if you've been to America, because when I lived in Arizona, we had a lot of people who would commute 6 months out the year and would come down to Arizona to live, and they were called snowbirds. And they said, "Yeah, Canada's different," but they were from like Calgary, Alberta, stuff like that. So I don't know if Toronto is different. I just spoke to a young lady who told me Toronto's more like America, and she's from like I think over there by Calgary. She said she's like an hour and a half north of Calgary. So she made it sound like, oh, going to Toronto is just like going to a city in America. So if it is, fantastic. If it's not, fantastic. Just let me know. So now let's get to Toronto and dig a little bit deeper about it. Toronto, it says 2.7 million people. It says 6 million in the metro. And I mean to tell you, it says everybody is there. Asian, white, black, yellow, purple, green, Jamaican, Ethiopian, Americans, blacks, English people, said people from Tasmania, like every single culture is there. So that, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, super excited about that. That's a plus plus for me. So, but with that being said, is there certain areas where, it said there's a Chinatown. It says that there's let's see, there's a Chinatown. It said that there was also a Koreatown. I think there's a Germantown. But like, are there any type of cultural drops where, let's say African food, is there like a particular place you need to be, like North York or whatever? Um, and then how big is Toronto? Man, I'm looking at the map and I don't know, man. It says Brampton and Mississauga and like there's just all these little places. I don't know, as you spread out, is that all still considered the metro of Toronto? If it is what it is. But if it's not, let your boy know. I don't know how big it is. It's massive, boy. Anyway, so very diverse city. Um, Weather looks like it's going to be breezy with the occasional rain. And then I'm assuming I'm driving like I drive here, but hopefully you can help me out with that. So we'll see. Give me some tips on what I'm wearing if I got to buy some more stuff. I mean, it gets cold here in Kansas City, so it is what it is. All right. So we talked about Toronto. Let's go ahead. That's segment one. Let's squeeze over to segment two. We're gonna talk about the restaurants. So as I do this, starting with the first game of the season, like I said, I'm gonna hopefully get some suggestions. Well, I've already Googled places, and I just want feedback on those places. But you'll notice that we got the attraction and the restaurant within the title, right? And the title of it, then you'll already know. So I wanted to break it down. Let me see what I got here. So we're gonna do breakfast segment. So breakfast is anything that got coffee and eggs. So if they don't serve coffee with it, or if coffee's not a mainstay at that place, it's probably not considered a breakfast joint. Or maybe it is, but they do a lot of eggs, like omelets, eggs, hash browns, stuff like that. I'm gonna put all that in the breakfast segment as I'm filling them out and finding these places. It's gonna fall under one of these categories, and we'll bring up that category and kind of talk about it in that type of way. The next one is if it ain't breakfast, then it is flour, whatever. So it's flour. So the reason why it's flour is because pasta made with flour, pizza made with flour, burger joints, stuff like that, breads, all that. I'm putting that under the flour category. So burger joints, places with sub sandwiches, toasted sandwiches, pizza places, Italian joints with a lot of different pastas or any type of pasta places. They got this great fettuccine, this Alfredo, stuff like that. All of that falls under the idea of you need a flour to create the products and stuff like that. So that's where that'll go. I guess we'll say you'll hear a lot of Italian places there, but there's a place just for the Italian as well. So the next one is cultural, which is the Italian joints. So if it's Italian, Japanese, American, Chinese, if it's a Mexican place, if it's an Irish pub, if it's a German restaurant, if it's Cantonese, when you're talking about a culture of people and how they eat, like um Canadians got something called poutine, whatever. It's like French fries with some stuff on it. I'm gonna call that a cultural thing. I done hit some cities. I done been around. I ain't never heard of poutine. So poutine is a traditionally Canadian thing. We're gonna call that a cultural thing. So when we do the cultural segments, throw in your favorite poutine place if we talking about poutine or whatever. But that's where you talk about this Mexican place, you got to really go try blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. That's the cultural. And then we got the protein forward places. So that's when it's mainly meats. So you're talking about your steak houses, sushi houses. They doing like pork where they like, all kinds of briskets, ribs, things like that. The barbecues. I don't really think that's predominantly American, but we'll say barbecues like a meat forward type of thing. The seafood joints that's always talking about different fish. Like everything has to have a fish, a calamari, or something in it. But that's whenever we're gonna start talking about that type of segment. So the plan is I'll come to you and I'm like, all right, segment two. And then we're gonna talk about the Mexican place that I saw. This is where it's at. This is how it sounds. What I saw online, the reviews I saw, this is what I read in the reviews. But let me get some honesty from the locals. Tell me if you've been there, if you like it, and things like that. Like I think there's a pizza joint called Body Ollie's, I believe. And I'm gonna bring it up during the regular season because my wife is diehard. Oh my God, we gotta eat there. But when I watch YouTube, TikTok, shorts, whatever, and I'm looking at that place, everybody's like, "Oh, I want to see if it's worth the hype." You see the way those people like take bites. I'll give you an example. You ready? So this is a pretzel stick, and they go, "So let's see if it's really that good." Like you ain't even give it 12 seconds to get in your mouth. I don't believe you, but I'm not saying it's not true. I just need to know. Matter of fact, prime example. So like I said, we do these trips, right? I always make me some little hard copy books, whatever. But when we went to Minneapolis, this is our very first time ever. I ain't gonna show you all pictures. What I want to show you is this. We wouldn't have found out about Pizza Luce if it wasn't for a local, right? So Pizza Luce is in Minneapolis, and evidently they got more than one, whatever. And this is way back in 2013. But man, they had vegan chicken nuggets. And my wife was like, "Get them." I was like, "What? No, get boneless wings or something." Well, they didn't. They don't have it. All you can get is these vegan. So we ordered them and whatnot. And I mean, the girl in the hotel was like, "It is the best. It's this. It's that." And my wife hit me with that face. So she get the chicken nugget. I'm just like, "Yeah, whatever." I'm eating the other stuff, and she was like, mm, "Babe, babe, what, babe?" Okay. I took a bite. I was like, all right. All right. Now, of course, I didn't exclaim to everybody and stuff like that. We just took a picture of a pizza joint and was like, we got to put that in the book. So that's just how it is. But that also makes me think, do you know what I miss? And I mean, I didn't think I missed it until I started digging through these books because we make the books and stuff like that. We do flashbacks. I would say once every 3 months, man. You just want to look at things you've done and just have a blast talking about it. But I wanted to show you the Pizza Luce because I was like, I'll show some books or whatever. Show you the things that I'm like, man, if it wasn't for somebody else's suggestion, where would it have been? We wouldn't have got it. So one thing that I miss, and I mean terribly so, tickets. Man, tickets, man. As you see how easy, how simple this is. These tickets are 100,000 years old. But that ain't the point. Well, matter of fact, you see, probably not this terrible quality, whatever. April 15th. It was a Monday. Don't look at the seats, man. Listen, I'm broke. Hey, hey, hey. Anyway, but yeah, tickets, man, just simple stuff like this. You get to keep it, you get to talk about it, you get to live it. Everything now digital. Everything now is digital. So, you know what else they don't give out when you go to the games? Programs. Remember that? Look how young he look. He 100 years old now, but that ain't the point. Man, I missed this. Man, they had little coupons in them and stuff like that. This is wild. I was sitting there looking at it. I said, you know what? I know it's gonna be corny, but I'm gonna tell them programs and tickets, man. I would like it if just you could do something like Ticketmaster right before the transition to completely digital. They were doing this thing where you can have the option to print it off or you can get it digital. And then all of a sudden they just was like, nah, no, we're done doing that. I was like, why? You can put the little QR code on the ticket when I walk up. I can just scan it. That's it. Just I need a keepsake. I need some. What you want me to do? Screen print off my thing? Man, come on, man. Anyway, so that takes me to another story. The first time we went to Minnesota. We did the Timberwolves. And we thought we'd be real cute, right? Oh, I told you. Look, came in, baby. Got the jersey. Got the jersey. Got the boy, stop playing, okay? Gorgeous. But since 99.9% of the time my last name is on the jersey. Our very first trip, very first, I said, oh, you know what'd be cool? She was like, what? I said, oh, in the back of my jersey, I'm gonna put daddy. On my son's jersey, I'm gonna put little daddy. She's like, okay. And I said, on the back of your jersey, put mama. On our daughter's jersey, put little mama. Hey, this would be so cute. And it was adorable. I mean to tell you, we walking through places, everybody just like, oh my God, love the jerseys, love the jerseys. Well, I keep my jersey. Okay. And I want you to know that when you're walking around, let's say the mall, looking like this, with a 13-year-old girl looking like my daughter, and she's like, Dad, can we go here? Holding my hand, and I'm wearing a jersey, and the jersey say daddy on it. Oh no. People look at you different. What? I wasn't thinking. I don't know. So let me just for the fathers who think, oh, this would be great. We could do something. You may have already thought it past that. I'm a numbnuts. I'm not the brightest tool in the shed. I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, yeah, I'm just I wasn't thinking. I thought it'd be great. And then let me tell y'all something else. So this looks great, right? This is old. This is bad boy, 13 years old. But it is also the nastiest jersey because I'd have used it for yard work and everything. So I ain't gonna show y'all a lot of stains. I just wanted y'all to see the daddy. Okay. Jeez Louise. So that's the beauty of the like the suggestions and stuff. Maybe we can get these to come back. Maybe you could remind me not to buy white jerseys ever again, ever. White, terrible idea. For me, just for me. Okay. Matter of fact, that looks white. It's not. It's not. Those lines on there, they not white. But that ain't the point. Let's go ahead and get to the next segment. So, like I said, so we got the restaurants. We're gonna break it down in segments. We got what was it? Proteins, flour, um, breakfast, and cultural. So that's pretty much what the segment's gonna break down, so that therefore we can rotate it every single time we got a game and we talk and we do our thing. All right, cool. So segment three. Let's talk about your boy. So I know you didn't watch the first video. Don't worry about it. I looked at it. I got 0 views. I don't care if I get 277. You didn't see it before the game started. But oh well, hey, what I tell you? I said Brandon Ingram, 15 and that 15 plus points. Said catch that on DraftKings. I said it was minus 120. Boy got 19 points. He had 15 points in with 8 minutes left in the second quarter. We was good before halftime. We didn't even need to think about it. Oh my God. Didn't need to think about it. Now, I'm just acting like that because of course I got the hint. So that's an ode to my boy Ty. Matter of fact, I'm with Ty tomorrow for lunch. So that's gonna be hilarious. But I'm gonna tell him about this tomorrow, and then he gonna watch it and then tell me. Anyway, that ain't the point. So tonight, right? They go up against Sacramento in Sacramento. 2 days later, and so what I did, I was like, all right, let's find some stuff. So I go and look. First and foremost, they got Sacramento favored by like 1.5, 2 points. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not like the people from Toronto or the huge Raptors fans because again, there's people who can tell you stats and stuff. Oh, Scotty Barnes in the last, and whenever he does this, I don't really know. Okay, I just picked up the Raptors a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and now it's time for me to start digging into everybody, looking at what's going on and stuff like that. So I may be a little cold, maybe preseason, but listen, your boy stay high. I don't care what Ty say, and I know you're gonna probably put something in YouTube comments. Don't listen to him. Okay, He don't know what he's talking about. So let's move it back to the game. So the game is Toronto. They in Sacramento. Sacramento's favored by 1.5. The over under is 225. Once again, everything I got is off DraftKings. Don't do that. Just know that that's where I'm pulling it from. So on DraftKings, I look at the player props. Again, let's go ahead and look and see if we can't play around with something, get something going, right? So I look, we got Emmanuel Quickly, 4+ assists, minus 140. I'm like, oh, sounds pretty easy. I don't want to do nothing past 120. I ain't gonna lie. If it's minus 125, we kind of taking too much of a risk for no reward. And again, I don't know what y'all gonna do. You may bet $2, you may bet $20, $200, $2,000. I don't know. Okay. If you need help gambling, find help gambling. This is just for people who got disposable income to enjoy recreational activities. All right, cool. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, Quickly, 4+ assists. I don't know. I like it, but I don't like it. So then I look, they got RJ Barrett, 2+ 3-pointers. I think it was minus 110. RJ to hit two of them. Now, hey, did you see the last game? He was serious. He was trying to prove something. He was like showboating, and I was like, he really went off. He did all right. He killed the game. But again, I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean? What I'm worried about is making sure that he do what he got to do. So that was minus 110. Then I got Toronto points, 111.5. I'm thinking, oh, it's minus 120. So they thinking over with me. I'm like, all right. And then I see the juicy. I see the one. I'm like, oh, this is the one we're going with. So it is Scotty Barnes, points, rebounds, assists. What you think they got it at? They got it at 20 plus for plus 105. Hold on. Hear what I said. All he got to score is a combination of points, rebounds, and assists. Get 20 of them things, and we win. I know what you're thinking. That last one. When the last time you see him score 1 point? I just want you to. Hey, go ahead. I'll wait. I want to be down here by myself. I ain't hear nothing. Oh, wait a minute. I am down here by myself. Anyway, but that ain't the point. So this is how we're going to tell you. So 20 plus, I looked it up. I checked every single thing. Since he been with Darko, he's only had 2 preseason games where he scored under less than 20 plus. One of them was yesterday. The next thing, and then the second one was last year in the preseason. But this is all under Darko. I don't really care before Darko because it's about how the coach plays his game and stuff like that. So under Darko, the last 2 years, my guy had 3 spells in the regular season where he went under 3 games in a row. It was last year, April, when they was throwing it away. He ain't even get 24 minutes. So I'm checking him out. I was like, yo, I understand they overreacting based off of the game that just happened on Monday. They're not looking at the statistics. He hasn't had a consistent 2 games in a row, except for when they were tanking intentionally. And then one was against Golden State, January 7th of last year. He got hurt. So what's up? Let's really see what it is and what it's for. This boy ain't gonna not get 20. 20? Again, we'll be getting that by noon. I mean by halftime. But it's all good. So I appreciate everybody who came back to watch this. Couldn't tell you why you did. Because most of this is in real time. But if you want to tell me about the weather, absolutely. You want to explain to me driver conditions and stuff like that? Absolutely. Because I'm not about to ask about these things again. So I write it down. I wrote down what I was going to talk about. This goes into a file. We're not talking about it again. Everything I need to know about driving, I need you to come back to this video and tell me about the driving. All right. So I appreciate you taking the time to hear it out. Thank you for helping me with this. Helping your boy out is it's a real big thing, and it's a big pleasure of mine. I really appreciate it. I mean, like honestly, I was thinking, what is the success rate? And the success rate is this, because I'm making things shake. The success rate is this. If we get one thing that we didn't see on Google, if we get one thing we didn't see on the internet, if we get one thing that we wouldn't have got without you, it was worth me just messing around for 30 minutes. I love hearing me talk anyway, so this is very simple. But I appreciate it. We got a game tonight. We're gonna see how they go against Sacramento. Honestly, if anybody at DraftKings is listening to this, you should put more player props out. I don't understand what's going on. Like you pick like the three guys and like, yeah, these people, and I don't care about Sacramento. I'm focusing on the Raptors. I'm focusing on what they do. So I just realized you guys like Jamal Shed. I bet he get over 10 points. But that's not a problem. Grady Dick, I bet he don't do as bad as he did last time. Oh my goodness. Grady looked like he was trying to get cut from the team. But again, I'm not gonna blame it on Grady. Maybe a little nervous, a little shell shock. First time playing in Vancouver. Could have been bad weather. Hey, Joker don't play. All right. They went up against a solid team, got like 31 takeaways. And I'm gonna be honest, that's not gonna happen next time they play. Okay, Denver ain't gonna be that sloppy with the ball, and I think their next game is New Year's Eve. Oh, and did you know if you go to Raptors app, they got a chat where you can chat. I just did it on Monday night. I think I just found me a new little fan base. It's pretty cool. And oh, another thing, if you know about any like game experiences or anything like that, stuff that's happening in Scotiabank, yo, let your boy know. In Orlando, they actually let you purchase game experiences where you can get in before the game, watch the shoot around, all this other stuff. And shout out to my guy, Brad. Oh man, if I said your name wrong, I feel terrible. But the gentleman at Orlando who was a teacher who does that on the side, man, you made that such a memorable moment. I really mean that. But I mean, if you know anything about Scotiabank, like a certain area where you know maybe they got like the Maple Leafs memorial or something like that, it's in the 200s, 300s, or whatever. Our seats is in the hundreds, but if there's a reason to go up to the higher concourse to find some nice little views, shots, Raptor stuff in the Raptors, not the Raptors, but stuff in the Raptors. Hey, let me know about it, honestly, So I really don't think about the game as something to talk about because when we get there, we get there as early as you can get there and stuff like that. But some of y'all may be season ticket holders and know a secret entrance, or maybe there's a tunnel that you can go through or whatever. But I just really appreciate everybody taking the time to watch it. I'm gonna be back next game. I don't know when the next game is because I didn't bring my calendar down here. But I got my Raptors jersey. We ready for it. We getting excited, boys. So do your thing. Appreciate you. Hey, and like Bo say, man, Habo, help your boy out. This is Toronto edition. I'll catch you on the next one, my guy. Appreciate you.